Where Sentinel, the first team from Americas to
corner to play and not stuns up. He's getting two. Just for the troubles, Jonah P. Instant as well. Body's going to be colliding, clashing here into the front section of B. It's going to be met with more blood there towards CT Zelsis. That backup policy striking from behind. Aftershock is just going to be rinsing him. Jonah P sidestep and good with the crosshair placement.
But a feint with two important players for Sen.
Salvos and a stun as well. Great crosshair placement though. Zekken.
E2. They've been mixing things up really nicely, but Zekken's ace
might be the cherry on top here, but still G2 are going to be drawing that blood. Lee finds that opening, looking for a little bit more here. Armageddon is all being laid down. Trying to pile in with a couple of the bodies out towards the back though. Zekken not to be denied, and a quick flick of the wrist, dodging all sorts of util coming. Taking a cheeky peek out through the double doors, and the rate has fallen. 3v5 situation now for them, and look, Zelsis the first one to catch that contact. There's stuns on stuns and util in their faces! It's Zekken, grabs himself too. So road is paved up there, and still TP quick into the back, and bang! Strikes back! Doubled up with the paranoia. Leaf has to be there, instantaneous. Finally cleans this one up, and it has called for a pause. Strike! Brings it true there, at least with a stinger in his hands. Bang, wrapping around now. He's got to try and at least stop this one in there. Tracks, what the hell? Not for much longer. Zelsis and John have to join and combine their might to try and stand against this one. Salvos. It's not pretty. The heat's been turned up entirely. John. The center still going to be reinforcing this one here. Plenty of bodies. Time to stand up to the test. It's going to be sent your way. Salva's in for the back. There's not really much safety. TP into the back. That is risky, but G2 looking to fill this one up again, and Zekken is there. It's Rapid, isn't it? Rapid. And he's just going to be meeting a fight straight up with John. Nothing to really support that peak. And the refight is called for by Sentinels again. They are not willing to let that go unchecked. Zekken just unleashes. Well aware now. Util from G2. Discipline on show. Top form on top of it. Now Bang's getting kills, but honestly the time has already ran out.
And G2, they
could be a timer to be taken. Zelsis still hanging on to a bit of that backside control, calling for the flood attempt, and here it is with a bit of the util. G2 though, they were lying in wait and they pounce on the timing. That chance to strike. But only one here, Zekken, and a lot of pressure. Trent anticipating that one. A re-swing attempt here with a stun. Aftershock. Clear the way out towards Valorant, who wins this one out.
Both times. Bang, just not quite checking an angle, and Valorant, he keeps the momentum going.
Yeah.
All left down to John QT, who's having a bit of a nightmare over here.
Pass for the blind and the flash. Okay, there's a trip to try and play off. Jonah P. Right over towards the top and through the wall. And the Ray dodging, weaving, ducking away. And dominating the spot that he's in. Down in the leg, doesn't stop. Okay, crash backing away here, but he has to shot. Caught into the corner. It's a good combination. Stunned up there. Second wave of things, and he spotted it. Target acquired. Valin shuts it down. It's all left up to John now. He was supporting from afar with the util, but now left to step up. Earns himself the first one. The raid and John QT. Can they stand up against it? Slide to the angle here. John rattling shots. Found the raid. Guardians can't get it done. One left to do it all. It's Bang. And already.
Energy against Sentinels on split.
Walking all the way up though. That's okay. Acknowledgement of a bit of lead still. Zekken! Goodness me. Rapid fire with a ghost in hand. He's just seen a shoulder difficulties. Not really too many safe places to stand against it, but already vacuuming it up in terms of that space, and the time is ticking already with his spike. Good luck getting chances into this. At this point, G2 just looking to try and at least get out with the rifles and the guns into their hands. Like the chance of one of them. It is a Sentinels players hard anchoring onto the site in a position here with a drone out wide. You've got to know exactly where they might be laying here with the stun. It's good. Right to the side, Trent! Getting away with up onto the corner. Just offloading all sorts of missiles, trying to slow down this approach by G2. There's 25 seconds left. There is still danger. Rolling Thunder has to be committed. G2 trying to navigate this spot nicely. Hearing that drop down though, the spam is just to try and deny. Zelsis. It's two nice ones. Need a bit more. Oh, yes. Excellent. And he calls for the fight forwards. Brilliant with the util. So the rate making sure to follow up, but G2 not done yet, not done. By Country Mars still has a team flash, and the rate strike.
The game plan here for G2 seems to be put all the pressure into Zekken.
Trying to clear him out to the angle. Easier said than done.
Send 4 next time, why don't you? 3. Make the stingers work.
Talking about Dimensional Drift even used on his own here, trying to spot out most of these players. 2 up through heaven, 1 just making his way over towards ramp, so call in. letting his team know it's all being cleared out nice and pretty now towards the back. It's Zekin's turn. Ping's going to be highlighting all sorts. Great! He's tucked now towards the side. A double face and discipline at G2 is all it takes to dismantle it. Zekin and Bang now left. See what they can do. Quick play, flash through against this many players. Now impossible. Advantage on top of the players that they've already taken out. Stun forwards. John with a swing. Finally, the time to strike is there. Pistol round. Earned up for all they can. Sentinels with no real time to work with. 12 seconds. Creeping, crawling, walking around, but Zelsis needs to be covered into this spot in the salvos while no access whatsoever to a safe plant. As that smoke does blossom and bloom, Jorgen was already found the one Armageddon. Trying to push them past, but locked down into the spot. Jorgen not to be denied. A chance. A bit of argy-bargy. It's already picked on top of it. Double TP into the back. That's Paranoia. Should be a connection onto a multitude of them. Just a clone, but not going to be faked out for too much longer. 25 seconds left. Sen, they call for the pause. Tempering the moment for just a bit.
But there's so many defenders here.
Here it is, Util in their hands! Smoke's dropped down and Valin lights them all up! Open access to the bodies here in a fight! So time to shine for them. Rolling Thunder cleaving his way through the site. Now they've got the B site open access, but Trent has already weaved his way in through the back and snaps up. Reaction, and there's the follow-up. Valin's right there. Paranoia sweeps through, narrate. Got to get a move on, but you're really just being bogged down by the multitudes of util the G2 have in their back pocket. There's another one for you. Stun forwards and whipping, hopping all around. You're going to be meeting your match into the blender. Damage done to these Sentinels players. I still think they're not out of the woods just yet. Celsius, you have to claim this kill. He does eventually get onto it.
It's not the range that the Stinger wants to be played from.
Not at all. Gets the info though. On the side. 3v1 now for Jorgamo. In the right place at the right time with the weapon at hand. There's a chance with Celsius low enough as he is.
Spike planted.
To the post plant though, plenty of ults of Senchus to expend. Angle watch
Put in place to stop a flank from mid.
Nightfall, util used. Armageddon! Can you run? Can you escape? Right into the maw. It's open access here. Back of the site, Bang. That rifle player, bit of spam. What a flick. Jorgamo, operator in hand. He's adding level of danger towards this one. Fake TP forwards. They want to know and spot where these players potentially could be. And he's seen when a raid is at least a seize. Up and over. Horn reveals all.
And Valin keeps walking forwards here.
Yeah. Making sure that they double up here, but the timing is missed. Re-exploration. G2 getting active once more. All the way through. Doesn't care about the team damage from their own salvos. The Horn a little bit delayed in the making, but Jorg's here. Flown into the face. Will Bang be baited? Not quite. He's white. Swinging! Oh my god! Section of mid here. Jorgamo with his own ult as well. He's trying to flip this one all the way around. Zelsis is isolated in towards the back, and Jorgamo has cleaned him up, but the Steel Garden will still lay it down. Overlapped. Sound cues. Cut away here from Sen, but finally fading, returning to their senses, and narrate gosh as well. Leap forwards with the fight. Crossfire setup's going to be set up with him and Trent as well. Just a slight peek, backing away. Trying to hope that these players open themselves up into the maw, into the classics in hand. Reloads but saved. Trent off to the side, and Leaf has not been denied. Nothing can take this guy down now. G2 just really rushing into things there, not navigating the spot that they were in, and Sentinels are going to be calling for this, and it's going to be a 3-2-1 swing together. And that makes 11. It's unexpected. John was aware of the fact. Zelsis forwards, he's going to be done. But here's those salvos, like you were saying. Delay, the stall, dragging this one into the bitter.
Kills so that we can get closer to ults, so that they can force them out of G2 in fear. But G2 just looking really solid.
It's a chokehold on every. Jorgamo's earned his team a bit of a foothold as well. Calling for the pause as well, and causing a re-clearance called for here by Sen. Wide face, John. Just step up to it. Armageddon out. Lay it into the back along with the pull. And what's the case with the economy? Nightfall up and over. A lot of Qs cut away, but the util's going to be broken down anyway. Up through the top, Sentinels are going to be doubled up. Valin can't hear a thing. You have to rely on it. Raw reaction times, and a crossfire setup is there. G2, they let nothing slip. They hear it scurrying away.
And I said previously, round 19 had to be where Sentinels stopped the G2 comeback. But this next one, with 3 ults for Sentinels,
30 seconds left.
Stray spam again.
Concealment.
Any player at G2 could fall at a moment's notice, but now here it is. Second wave of the Utah once more off to the corner. That's a stun! Bang! Still, where's the response? Steel Garden is there. No weapons at all. Nothing to work with. Shorty in hand. Trent does the best that he possibly delivered them a worldie of a round so far. Enough to potentially take them to the finish line. Oh, it's expended at this point. Jonah rips away two. But he needs more where that came from. Off to the side, it almost doesn't matter, but still traded out in the end. That's Valin. Pushed up deep now, and just like that, first domino falls, the rest of them topple.
Yeah, a couple of players over towards Catwalk really wanted to try to force the fight.
The one for Zekken before he does go down, and a pause is called for. G2 don't have a lot of time to work with. They're hoping that Sentinels will overplay themselves, potentially into them, but now they got to try and make a move forwards, and Zeltas could be that win condition. Not quite just the one, but yeah, efficiently defended there. Up through tree, the Armageddon does need to be watched for. Bang, salvos at your feet as well. That's a tricky spot indeed, but already dashed in, disengaging, and now the double faces there from G2! Unanticipated with Bang's position. Takes out two of them immediately. Sight needs to lead the charge for the rest of his team. They don't have control of main though, and a dash straight forwards into the arms of Leaf. Here the Thorns waiting for now the Armageddon. This is going to be chaotic indeed. Swinging from the side though, just finding that timing to Steel Garden. Rips carve out a path out towards Tree. They've dropped the spike in their laps though. Definite options here, and Sentinels could capitalize. Flipping the map entirely from them, and what a shot by Bang! Still, he wants to step up even more here. There's confidence. You can see it in the
running an anti-KO setup, so mid's going to be weaker.
Can Zekken get it done? He has a lot of Utah to try and play with here, but already dashed back into the salvos. Pulled himself away, but he's dropped down to low HP.
Jorg looking for a timing.
And here's a fight to be had. Narrate. Realizing it, there was a gap there. It's making sure to control that space up through it.
And Zekken backed off to lane instead of B main. Remember last time he got caught in B main on the B split. Now
way, Convergent Path's going to be slowing it down to a crawl double dash up and over towards the side. Safety there, Bang. Paranoia brought enough time forward and even dodged that one to saturate to the side. Bang! That's unbelievable! Bit of a squeeze being placed now up towards Tree and just a shorty into your hands, but Bang, you got your weapon back and the flash is impeccable. In and out, round to the side. Jorgamo with the movement, but Bang cannot be denied. It's time. Desperate at that for G2, but time is of the essence again. 12 seconds. It's counting down into the round and a double face. Trent and Valin putting a stop to all of this here with only seconds remaining. There's no more chances now. It's run dry and shy, and all they have to do is...
Valin's fighting Bang. Smoke v smoke.
As it dissipates as well, there's timings and fights to be taken on either side here, and Zekken is still doing work once more. 10 HP doesn't matter, and Bang just slips his way all the way in. Turn of the head.
30 seconds.
Valin expecting it in a different direction here, but Sentinels are drone, he's got to expect it. With the position, the stun is a good connection. Trent, though, still doesn't open himself up. He wants to play this one with the salvos, and he lets his team do the damage. Still Zekken, one to the grave with him, but Leaf. Sky's players, and here it comes. Flying forwards here with a Paranoia. Just about dodged and avoided here, but Zekken's in, and the knives are taken away. Great flood attempt here from G2. Sentinels. Two quick ones earned as well up through heaven. You got to try and deny this purge that Leaf is sat upon. They do just that.
Nice early use of the ultimate. Completely caught those players on Tree. And Bang, he holds heaven.
All watched.
Dominated.
9-9. Sentinels, that could have been a very dangerous...
What a hold.
Yeah, they're willing to give him that control as well. And that refight is called for with a Paranoia, but up through mid now. Door in your face. The rate. You have the salvos to instantly break this one. You can pop out onto these players, but a Steel Garden is again going to be lying in wait here from Lee. He's going to be slowing down these players out towards the back of the side and dashing over. Jorgamo denies him at the doorstep. Saturate, potentially even better, but Zekken does put him in his place. All the way forwards now with only 15.
Not closing the door and locking themselves in on site.
Because they know they have to fight forwards here. As soon as the ults are used, find a timing, a window of opportunity here against G2, and here it is. First ult going to be sent out. John QT already catching it. Convergent Path Zekken. He's isolated on a bloody island. Slow to a crawl, but he still gets the one. Sentinels, can they do it? Pull it back from the brink, but again they're isolated, cut out of the sight, divided away from it, and spammed, and stuck away! Sen, dropping like flies, and for G2.